Is anybody listening? I wonder, can you hear me? A voice in the wilderness. I wonder, can you see me? Trouble is on the land. Every man against every man. Sister, I wonder, can you stand? Come here and take my hand. Grab the babies and get my gun. On the street is on its own. Sober up real quick. Put down that glass stick. No more puffing on your cigarettes. Get ready for the party tricks. Is anybody listening? I wonder, can you hear me? This voice in the wilderness. I wonder, can you see? Some are here and others are gone. Concentration camps, damn, they wrong. Hush, be quiet, don't say a word.
Brothers, hold on to your sisters. Brothers and sisters, hold on to your babies. We're gonna be alright. I know it don't look good right now, but put your hand in the hand of the Most High. That way you can't lose. Keep on pressing on. Keep on pressing on. Keep on pressing on. Alito family, peace. Brother Dawa here. Thanks to all the people that's already in the chat. You are here for another episode of the Yah's Real album, an extension of my television show that I had in Chicago. I'm your host, Dawah Israel, and on here we keep it real, really real. I'm thankful to the people who have bought my music. I see your response in the chat, and I must say I'm honored. The song that you heard, is anybody listening? I think I made that song in '09, 12 years ago, 13 years ago. But how many years ago? '09 and it's 12, 21, 12 years ago. So I'm ecstatic. I'm honored. And I just think that you all, I'm glad that you like it. You can't make people like music. They have to like it. And if they do, then it means to me that, and I have something to do with it, it means a lot to me. So I thank you all. Sister Val, I never knew somebody would tear up to that song, but songs make people feel different ways. So I'm honored to know that. And I'm gonna be showing my website here, and I got it together. So I'm on StreamYard, but I'm on Google Chrome now, so I can share the music. Well, I can share the website. Let me just share the website with you all, so you get a chance to see it on the screen. This is my new website. All right, family, you can see here. I don't know if I can move this thing. I know I couldn't move it on the other one. It's lock or something. Well, you can see the House of Dawah Yisrael. I made this site myself, cutting out the middleman. Dawah's place for his music, books, and DVDs. Shop now, you can see. Let's go to this. Go to the these are the featured products. My book for $25, $20 plus shipping and handling. I only have a few left, like one or two. I'm going to be from here on out. Eventually, I'm going to be putting the ebook up on the internet, and I'm going to be doing an audio book soon. Here is a spot where you have my music, and my whole music collection goes, as I said in the chat, for $25. You get over 40 original songs of my own. All the lyrics of mine. You get some instrumentals, 4 instrumentals, and the rest with lyrics and me actually singing. All the lyrics of mine, it's all copyrighted, professional sounding. I'm thanking you all for, like I said, the link for the site. You can't. I'm going to put it in the chat. And here is my DVDs. So let me go and show you the DVDs. As you can see, DVDs from Dawah's TV show, The Yah's Real Hour, at $15. Topics include a psychoacademic assault against black boys featuring Dr. Umar Johnson. That was his breakout show. Just to let you know, if anybody know Dr. Umar Johnson, you can judge what he's doing now based off how you feel. But When I met him, he was a down-earth brother, and he laid this show out, and I still have copies. And this was his stage that he came on first, and from here he catapulted into the universe. All right. And then I have the integration of the black man, integration of the black woman, interracial relationships. All right. Let me show y'all the rest. Okay, here's some more titles. And the DVDs are $15 a piece. I have them now, so you ain't got to wait. You want some DVDs, you can go in here and you can shop when you get ready, and you can order DVDs now. I got the DVDs in my possession right now. I have the music in my possession right now. I still have one book. I think that's already sold. So I'm gonna have to do something else with the books. Like I said, the ebook and audio book coming soon, and order some more physical books. And I do have a comic book coming out. I'm gonna try to bring it out in October. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you everything now, but I'm gonna get it copyrighted this week, and that'll be I'm an author, so that'll be an extension of my authorship. All right, Christmas and the White Devils, Holiday Hell, Christianity, the Black Man's Curse, Secret Extermination, which is about abortion of black babies. Very touching show. A lot of people might not be able to handle that because I got graphic pictures of the aftermath of abortions that a lot of people don't even see. It's really tragedy that our women and men have suggested themselves to going and letting these pale faces cut up their babies. Like the way they do is really sickening. Hip hop era featuring Fela and brother Jay from S Clan from Detroit. Some of y'all might know the group S Clan out of Detroit, but back in the '90s, very conscious group, wearing ox, and they was offered to Egypt and commit comedic science long before we heard other people come out and bring it out. Health is Life, featuring a holistic health doctor to take over. A story of how a racist white shut down a black daycare centers in Milwaukee, featuring Shanquelle Merriweather, one of the sisters who was shut down. She tells her story along with a few other sisters. Part one and part two. That's a very good show, definitely for the sisters. Why America Must Fall, the sex code nature of the indigenous male and female. Download Prison Inmate, featuring a female former prison guard that comes and tells her story of how when she was in the prison, how she used to feel sorry for the sisters because their guy was really gay. But when they came to see him, he would get rid of all his gay looks and gay innuendos and gay clothing and things of that nature and come out dressed like a man. Then as soon as she leave from the visit, he kissing all on her, and then she leave, then he go back to being a punk. So this is somebody's firsthand experience of being as a prison guard in Arizona and watching this here. Okay. And I have Africanism is Power, We Must Unite, featuring a sister that has now repatriated to Ghana. Black Inventors, featuring a local black inventor in the Chicago area. And I got a few more I'm going to show you. Make sure this list is kind of meaty. Okay. Then I have The Truth Behind a Lie Named Jesus. I have Black Music. The Cracker Must Die, which is an interview I done, a DVD I done that pissed off the white folk, the rich white pale face Republicans that own ABC so bad that they wanted to turn me into the new black face of racism. And they used that DVD. So you really want to see that one. The Nigga Must Die, another classic you need to see too. Gay Men and Down Low Brothers, another classic. Black Lesbians, another classic. Dr. Bruce Bridges, a professor from the South, he came and gave his opinion on my show. He had his book, and he talked about Christianity and the culture and things of that nature, and how we got away from ourselves and into something else. Princess of Zambia featuring Zindaba and Urinda, an actual princess from Zambia. So that's another classic gem that I think everybody needs to have, especially if you claiming that you're from the motherland. She let me know basically on that show that I had Zulu blood, and the what you see in back of me hanging up on the wall, these colors are the colors of the Zulu. And she let me know that when she came on my show, which I had the props up on my show that had those colors. I didn't even know why I was gravitated toward those colors, but it's because I have a grandmother, great grandmother on my father's side, that's 100% full blooded Zulu Indian, Zulu African. Then where are we at? Okay. Dr. Umar Ifa tuned at the second show where he came on and admitted that from the first show he catapulted into the universe. Uh, the definition of a broke ass, which that's my book. Over here somewhere. Yeah, here's a copy. This is my book here, The Definition of Broke Ass. You see the video here? Well, from this video came this book. So I got it graphic. I should start selling the book when I get some more books as a package deal where you get a DVD and the book itself and charge you, these $35 or something like that. Because the DVD is still gonna be $10. I'll make it $10, brother. So it'll be 35. No big deal, right? Okay, I have the Homosexual Manifesto, Interracial Relationships, Part 4, where I go back and forth with these white broads. Now, all my shows are live, call-in shows. So when the people are interacting, the guests, and I are interacting, and then I go to the phone lines in every show. And the people in the city of Chicago, from all different walks and religions and belief systems, they came onto the show and gave their opinions as well, young and old, and all in between. All right. Then I have my interview with Byron Pitts of ABC News. They wanted to make me the new face of black racism in the interview. Then I have my interview with Matthew Heimbach, a white supremacist, also interviewed by Byron Pitts of ABC News. They wanted to make the face of white racism. All right, family. So that's the website for now. It's free. I need you all to go and subscribe to it, become members. I need your emails. I need to let you know what I'm doing, when the comic book is coming out, stuff like that. I can send email blasts out. And I need you all to know that right now the site is free. But when I go live, then I'm going to have a subscription for that. And I'm letting you know now that the subscription is going to be $10 per month. Now, if you we want to pay all for a whole year, which would be $120. But if you pay for a year up front, which would be, I'll let it be $100, you get $20 off. So it's $10 a month, less than what you pay if you buy a book from me, or if you buy a DVD from me, or even a CD. So, $10 a month until the white man come and destroy all money, because I don't depend upon it. I know that's what we do now to exchange goods and services. So I know it's going to end eventually soon, but I want to take all I can and get my survival weight up, okay? So I can, get ready to go from this here to these here, because the pale face boy is definitely coming. All right, family. So I think that's enough of that. Now let's get into the topic now. That's the website. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go back to it. See if I'll link it. I'll just put it in the chat, family. Here's the website. It's in the chat. So anybody wants to bookmark the website so you can go through and look at it. It's just really basic, dawayisrael.com. That's it. My full name, dawayisrael.com. You can go bookmark the website. Thank you for those of you who are already members. All right. Now let's get it. A brother, Jose Cruz, out of New York. This brother here has been watching my television show for years, and we connected on the internet as well. And now we finally connected even by phone. So it's just been an ongoing relationship that has built over the years until now we are actually talking with each other instead of just seeing each other on the internet and Facebook and things of that nature. And I'm thankful for the friendship and the relationship that's being built between me and this brother and his wife, family, daughter. They watch me together, and I'm thankful for that. And all the families that do watch me, I'm thankful that you expose your children to me, because that means a lot to me. A lot of people, it takes a lot for people to expose their children to someone. Usually they do that with someone they trust. And so I'm thankful for that. This brother, I asked yesterday a question and some of the topics that you might want to hear me cover. And the first topic I got was gay couples adopting black children or native children. And I had seen that before, but I had never really thought to do a video on it until the brother brought it to my attention. And so now here we are. So I'm thankful to him for that. And I'm thankful to my other brother, I believe it was Philip or AIX, that gave me another title to deal with. And I'm going to be dealing with that title probably tomorrow. Another topic to deal with. I'll probably be dealing with that topic tomorrow. And that topic is Joe Biden and these federal workers being forced to get this damn jab. So that'll be the conversation tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's the time y'all look for me. I'm going to try to come on nightly, but sometimes I do want to take a rest, may not come on. But if you want to look for me around this time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, if you want to see me live until I start going live on the website. And I'll give you all the details to that. All right, family? Like and share the video. Your wife appreciates me, brother. Hey, I appreciate all of you and your wife as well, definitely. So tell her I appreciate her as well, brother, for me. All right. So yeah, how many of you all out there, put a one in the chat if you've seen something about pale faces adopting our children? Put a one in the chat if you've seen any information like a video or article, somebody's tell you this, whatever. If you heard of it in any type of way, shape, fashion, or form, then put a one in the chat. Iris, thank you, Iris. And thank you for your donations, Iris. I see you. Thank you, my sister. I appreciate it. I'm definitely getting your Cash App donations. I thank you, Sister Lucas. So I see one. I know Jose Cruz already knows because he's the one who brought it up. AIX, one. Yeah, it's interesting that they've made it easy for these cum goblins, these semen demon pale-faced devils, and some of them be interracial relationships, in an interracial gay relationship, one pale face and one brother, or two pale-faced men or two pale-faced women in some cases. There's one case where two pale-faced women adopted 6 children. All were natives, and they end up driving a car, SUV, over a cliff and killing all of them, but 2 of them end up missing, and I don't think they found them yet. I got the picture of the young man somewhere around here. Where did I put that picture? Because I want to show that later on in this here show. Because I'm going to definitely show that video. All right. Anyway, they made it easy because the pale-faced man makes it very easy for him to be a pedophile. He has created a world where he can be a global pedophile and not really get in trouble. Like he can become a Boy Scout leader and be gay and take boys in the woods and rape them for 15 years before something finally comes out. Or he can be a Catholic priest and rape little boys for years and years and years, and they just keep making generations of pale-faced Roman priests who rape boys, and they don't go to prison for it. They just go from one parish to the next. Then they have missionary things, missionaries in their churches, where they go all over the world and be in Africa, be in the Caribbean islands, they be in different parts of the world, and they be raping young black males, the white boys, the little young, some of them be 18 years old. They raping little boys already. Then pale-faced men make it where they can fly different parts of the world and rape children. They have some type of deal with the leaders where they can rape the children. When I was in the military, they took us to a place called, the Jungle Operations Training Center in Panama. When they took us into the hood of Panama, they took us to an underage whorehouse because the military then made deals with the leaders in those other countries that they get to screw some of the young females in poor conditions that really can't fight for themselves. So the pale-faced man has made a world where he can go around and be a global pedophile and not really get in too much trouble for doing so. He become a preacher and a pastor and rape children, and then he gets sympathy from the congregation because he was always teaching them to love and don't judge and all this madness. So he's a global pedophile, and he made this world that way for him to be able to maneuver to rape children. Now he put it in the school system, in the laws, where children can come and tell that the teachers and the counselors at school, they don't feel right in the body they're in. They can become transgender now. And they ain't got to tell the parents. The parents really have no say in some of these schools. So the pale face, again, you have to look at this thing, has made a world for him to be a global pedophile and not get in trouble for it. It's really deep. Let me share my screen. This is a 57-minute video, so I'm just going to play a small portion of it.
Marcus and I met a lot of years ago when I was teaching a competitive color guard that he was performing in.
I think we met, it was 1996, to be exact.
I was going out with some friends, and I was trying to decide what to wear. My friend said, you should wear a really nice shirt because you might meet the woman of your dreams. And we were walking, and I saw her through the window, and I said, she's the one.
I met David at the gym. I was working out I saw him and just the secluded one over there and got to know him and worked its way from there.
I would say it was lust at first sight, and love did come, though. Love came.
Yeah.
We met at the gym. One day we sat and started talking in the sauna, and the next day we ran into each other in the locker room. I passed as he was coming out, I was going in, and we said hi, and then he asked me out.
The story goes two different ways. Yeah, he definitely showed an interest in me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we hung out. We were friends for a while. We dated very briefly, and then we stayed friends for many years and dated other people.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, something just clicked, and we instantly both knew we needed to be a couple.
He was like my best friend before he was ever anything else. You know, we had a really good friendship before we kind of took the plunge into a relationship. So that's kind of how it worked.
It seems like forever and a day ago that we met. It was kind of a odd set of circumstances that I went online one night. It was an AOL chat room for same-sex guys in Fort Lauderdale. His profile actually seemed somewhat normal, which is exactly what I IM'd him and saying, hey, you sound like one of the only normal ones in the room tonight. You seem kind of interesting. Check out my profile. If you like what you have to see, get back to me.
Basically, we were both married when we met at the gym initially. We're married to women. You know, I mean, I'd always had these feelings for many years, but had suppressed them. So it was a very difficult time. You know, I had to really think about myself for once. For too long, I tried to live my parents' dream, you know, everybody else's dream, but my own.
When I first saw him, I thought he was pretty hot. I mean, he had long blonde hair, and I was instantly attracted to him.
I remember I didn't want to call him too quickly. So I think 2 days went by and he called me, and I was like, yes.
I guess it took her about a week to call me back. And then she had like 50 billion questions. She thought I was a teenager, which made me very happy. And
the rules kind of had changed, so I was aware of it.
Nearly every person involved in the foster care movement says that the biggest obstacle to reducing the number of children that are aging out of the system is the availability of loving homes. There are about 400,000 young people in the foster care system in the United States at any given time. And there are about 100,000 of them that are available for adoption. There are estimates that would suggest that if the discriminatory practices, beliefs, in some cases even laws, were not there are enough LGBT couples to completely eliminate that number of people, those young people, from aging out of the system.
To become foster parents, we had to go through a whole process of going to classes for 13 weeks. We had to have our entire life scrutinized. They had to come into our house and make sure that nothing was going to fall on the kid's head. They really went out of their way to make it very difficult in many ways, but, you know, wanting to protect the child, but at the same time wanting to make sure that, you know, the kid was going to be in safe hands as a temporary caregiver.
When we decided, or finally got to the place where we were both on board with becoming foster parents, I had us signed up for class in less than a week and just jumped in. This natural drive just to care for her was amazing.
I wasn't scared about becoming a parent or a gay foster parent or however society wants to label it. It's just, to me, it was just natural progression of you have a child and you just do it. You know, no more nerves than anybody else would have.
We weren't really scared because at the NICU, the nurses there were fantastic. They kind of taught us how to do things, changing diapers, bathing, what happens, you know, if they're crying or, you know, just they kind of walked us through the whole thing. And
I was scared to death.
We
Especially
were
with the baby.
scared to death.
Thank God for Google. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I would do if I didn't know how to wash a baby, how to feed a baby. It was good. They say they don't make instruction manuals for babies. Check out Google. Check out Google. It's all there.
The first few hours of having an infant in the home was a little stressful, a little confusing. Like, all right, now what do we do? You know, thank God I was in nursing school at the time, and we called one of my nursing buddies, and she came over. She's like, the first thing we have to do is get a bassinet.
And I was like, great, okay, we're gonna get a bassinet. We have to get a bassinet. We have to get a bassinet. But what's a bassinet?
When Sarah first came to us, I think after she brought the first couple of childhood illnesses home from daycare to us, there was part of me that was concerned because then we in turn would get them. And that stopped after the first couple of months. She would still get sick, but we wouldn't. But I thought, I can't be sick all the time like this. What are we gonna do, you know? But at the same time, you know, you fall in love, and you realize that parenting is just a different set of problems. Anything that's rewarding is also challenging usually.
The thing is that when we first brought her home, I mean, she put it very gently, we were a little freaked out because we're two single women who, you know, our lives did not evolve around anything other than what, you know, biking, hiking, kayaking,
dinners,
we
friends.
had laundry piled up. The house was a tornado. I mean, we really, honey, you got to tell them. We were a little freaked out in the beginning because we were not used to children at all.
I never thought that it was too difficult and that we might consider giving the baby back. I did think that to be a single parent must be very, very challenging. And I don't know how a single parent could do it.
Yeah, I remember the first night that I got up and held him in my arms and fed him his first bottle. And I looked into his little eyes and he looked back at me with his blue eyes. And I knew it was just love. I melted right there. And I knew I'd do anything for that child.
My family told me I was nuts. No, my family was very supportive of the idea of becoming a father. They all said, you're going to make a great dad. But at the same time, they all kind of were like, are you sure that you really want to be a father? Are you willing to take...
Like I said before, family, the pale-faced man has made it easy, very easy, for him to be a pedophile, for him to be gay, married, and all this, and then adopt children. I don't care what white folks do with their own kids. That's what they should be doing, adopting their own. But the thing is, when they start crossing the line and adopting our babies, that's when I have a problem. Because what is your purpose? What is your motive? Some of these pale-faced men adopt little black girls or little Native American girls, little Chickasaw, Choctaw, Blackfoot, Cherokee Indian, whatever, young ladies, little girls, and they don't even know how to do their hair. They got to go to a black barber, and these black barbers are so accepting and so out of touch with who we really are, that they just show them how to do it. Instead of getting in their case saying, what the hell you adopted children for, and you don't even know how to give them personal hygiene and care. It doesn't even make any damn sense, really. But anyway.
People are like, oh, you.
I'm going to share another screen with y'all, family. Another video right quick.
people are like, oh, you have two dads, that's a little weird. I'm like, it's not weird, it's just different. And different, it can be better.
Alicia was 17 months old when we first met her.
Like, she thinks very deeply, and it's kind of astounding to us, really. Anisha just can't get enough of K-pop.
K-pop is Korean pop. Almost every single song has to dance to it.
Makai's got this tremendously outgoing personality.
Everything rolls off his back, too. Girls, does Makai cheat?
Yes.
Thank you.
To be honest, if I didn't have these two dads, I don't know where my life would be right now.
We wanted a family and they needed a home, so it was kind of a win-win. There we go. This is not one of our 3 adopted children. This is our 4th adopted child.
There we go.
We met in 1992 as sophomores in college.
I fixed him up in a relationship that didn't work out, and that was pretty much the catalyst for us finally being together. It actually worked out really well.
We really had a strong sense that if we were to live our life and come out, that we had to say goodbye to any hopes and dreams of having a family.
Yeah.
So part of coming to terms with coming out was coming to a realization that you may never meet somebody with those same family goals and have a family.
All right, let's see what we got left to eat.
Hello, baby. You can. I forgot. What's it? Come again?
Good morning. We had a lot of worries and fears in relationship to the adoption process, what it would be like in relationship to two dads.
Especially if you adopt children who aren't of the same race as you, right? They have to deal with having two dads being different races. What kind of questions does that raise for their friends or their friends' parents?
There are some kids at school that like say stuff because like I have two dads that I'm going to be gay, or like how I was adopted and if they're like married or not, but it doesn't matter to me. For me, I understand. I'm just so grateful for them.
This is Makai on 2 wheels.
People are always like, oh my God, I love gay people. They're so funny. Oh my God, I want to meet you guys. You guys are so funny. And I'm like, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
The 2 of us were walking with the social worker down a path and you could see the playground and the 3 kids. And the 2 of us immediately just kind of looked at each other and said, this is it. It's going to work out. They have these traits that you could see in them at 4 years of age, 3 years of age, and 17 months old when we first met them.
Like our middle daughter was bossing everybody around on the slide.
I am a boss.
No, well, wait. Being the boss and being bossy are 2 different things.
I'm not that bossy anymore.
Anymore.
Alicia, it doesn't go like that.
And Alicia was just in a little swing, staring up at the sky, and Makai was on the basketball court.
10 years later.
Just joined the freshman basketball team. So it's great to see that, you know, what he liked doing as a little kid is kind of playing out, right? It was all perfection. Like it was exactly what we were hoping for.
David and I have been very fortunate, feeling an overwhelming sense that we were supported not only by our family, but by the community.
We had one social worker that came in towards the end, Miss Nikki, and I remember at one point her saying like, this needs to move forward and this family needs to come together. I mean, I think we felt like we had a great advocate who was working on our behalf. Miss Nikki sent us this email saying it was adoption day, February 17th, 2010.
10 years goes by really fast.
There's no doubt it's a tough process. There were times that it really kind of left us feeling a little bit drained.
I think the adoption day for us just brought a tremendous amount of relief.
It did.
So when I think of family, I think David and I probably both reflect on our own childhood, and certainly relationships and trust and feeling safe and fun. I think we both try to bring all of those things into the family.
You know, our parents at this point in time are getting older. Our 3 children are approaching college age, and you know, we both think a lot about that and make sure that we've thought it through and planned for all of it, right?
It's important for us to have a financial advisor, somebody who can help us. I mean, there's a lot of different options, and just having somebody help guide us through those based on what our goals are would be important.
Yeah, super helpful, without a doubt. Whether it's, you know, you're a gay couple raising kids, a single mom raising kids, you're all going through the same challenges and enjoying the same victories, right, with your kids.
I was looking for something, family. I want y'all to bear with me. I'm gonna find this here, so just hold on.
A family that plunged to its death over.
I found what I was looking for, family. And as you know, I do about an hour. And I've come to the hour. I can't share. I'm gonna call StreamYard tomorrow and find out why come I can't share the link in the chat anymore, so I can have people come on. I'm gonna show you one last video. This pale-faced lesbian couple adopted, I believe, 6 indigenous children, 6 native children, so-called black children, and eventually end up running an SUV off a cliff. They ended up on its top, killing the children. 4 of them, I believe, were killed instantly, but 2 they couldn't find. I have a picture of one of them because I went and done a lecture at the Out Center here where I live at in Benton Harbor, Michigan. And I used this here on a poster I had. You can see the back. I stuck it to something. This is on a poster that I had when I went to lecture down in my downtown area, right at the Out Center where the pale-faced homosexual demons in my city have an office. I may pull that receipt up just so you all to see that I'm not just talking. I did do this. Let me see it. Can I find it right now? Matter of fact, hold on, family. Oh, really? I know you got none of that. I know you got none of that. They're not letting me show all my DVD. Where the fuck is the rest of my damn DVDs? All right, family. Bear with me one more time. I found the receipt, family, to show y'all. See, I showed you this picture. I told you I was doing a lecture. I was protesting against the out center in my city. So I'm gonna show you I'm not just a talker. So when you support me, you support the brother that's really out here. I don't just sit here and talk on the internet. I go into the pale faces domain and I challenge them pale faced devil monkeys right in their face. Let me show you the proof, the receipt here. So you see, I'm not just talking and running my mouth. I do this for real, in real life.
Breaking slave masters of the South. And where the white man goes, he's a homo.
This is the out center.
Everywhere
this is me
the white man
protesting
goes,
at the out center by myself.
See that? This little young black boy right here was killed by two white lesbians that adopted him. This little young black boy right here was killed by two white lesbians that adopted him. Look at him hugging the police officer. Look at the family right there. See these two white lesbians? Because they always want to act like they love every damn body. Well, why they kill this family of black children? Because that's what they set up to do. These two white lesbians right here killed this black family. Two white lesbians killed these black children. Two white lesbians, y'all people, killed these black children. Of course, white folks have to answer nothing that they do because they white. And when you're white, you don't have to give an account for nothing you do. See what happens? The young black boy, that's how he ended up. After they come with all that love is love nonsense. They say love wins, right? Well, I don't call this right here winning. See, this is a win of the white lesbian. She hates white people. Them white lesbians hate white men. This right here, Devontae Hart. None of these white folks. A black family
wanted to show y'all that again, I'm not just talking. I'm not on here for views, just to be running my mouth, for likes, just to be running my mouth, and don't have no receipts. See, I'm giving you an example on what you do with these pale faces. Even though they act like they ain't paying you no attention, they can't help but to feel my presence and know I was there. And know that everybody's not down with them devils being around our children, having some type of influence on our babies. Straight men need to come out the damn woodworks now and open their damn mouth. Next thing is going to be physical, because they're not listening to us. And they keep coming and aggressing and keep pressing themselves on our children. So we're going to have to get physical with this devil, because he's not going to sit down and stop. It is in the pale-faced man's nature to be a raging sodomite child molester. That's just what they do. Facts. If y'all still on with me, let me know. Put some ones in the chat. You can hear me. I ain't seen nobody say nothing in the chat lately, so I don't know what's going on. I see 18 on the counter. But if you I want some responses to what you just saw. I need somebody to let me know, if put a one in the chat if you're still on. If you can see me and hear me and you understand or whatever. Because I don't see no response to none of that. And I know that was interesting and deep, what I just showed you. So put a one in the chat if you're still on. Am I still on? Or have I been cut off or what? I don't see no response. I don't know if I'm still on or not. Okay, ones. All right, great. Y'all can see me. I guess y'all just flow about what you're looking at. How does it make you feel, family? Let me know something. How does what I just showed some of you make you feel? We shocked. Okay. Yeah, I have that effect on these shows. It's really shocking all a lot of times. I bring you shocking information. Well, I'm out here putting in the work, family, not just talking. So when you see and you come in my cipher, you're supporting me, you're supporting somebody that's really actually about what I'm talking about. I cannot deal with it, stand wicked pale faces. I don't like the pale face race. And it's because I went into the evil wickedness and the Most High opened it up to me and I can see it for what it is. You see, so I don't have no love in my heart, which is they were anyway. I don't have no consideration for their feelings and none of that. We just do business and that's it. I want them off this planet because they're destructive, wicked, evil demons. My sister said it angers her. I understand. If we don't get some type of feeling or emotion about this, I don't know what we even here for. We got to do this though. And it's right now, we're right at the right time to make some change, some lasting change for the future of our babies. If you don't do it now, it's over with. Because they're erasing people off the planet with this damn shot. The mark of the beast is here. The pale horse is riding, and the pale horse is the white devil, and they bringing death. Facts. And let me show you one more screen. I'm gonna let y'all go for the night. We're gonna talk about this. This screen gonna be dealing with that gay white couple. Okay, let me get the right screen here. Wait a minute now. Okay, damn. Okay, I got it now, family. My fault. One more time. Here we go.
A family that plunged to its death over a cliff in Northern California may have been much more than meets the eye. You're watching What's Trending. I'm Martine Bierman. Be sure to subscribe for more social media news daily. Jennifer and Sarah Hart and 3 of their 6 adopted children were discovered Monday morning in a wrecked car at the bottom of a 100-foot cliff off of the Pacific Coast Highway. 3 of their children are still missing, and investigators aren't sure if they were in the car or are still out there somewhere. One of those missing children is Devontae Hart, who at the age of 12 went viral for this 2014 photo of him embracing a police officer at a Portland, Oregon protest of the decision not to charge the police officer who fatally shot Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri. In 2017, the family moved from Oregon to Woodland, Washington. And the Hart family's next-door neighbors in Washington have shed some light on why they might have left in the first place.
Dana and Bruce DeKalb live next door to the Harts and say a couple of weeks ago, Devontae started sneaking over and asking for food. He told them his moms didn't feed the kids, said it was punishment. Dana said one of the girls seen in these happy family photos on Facebook had said something similar before, but she says the mothers provided an explanation.
Apparently, Devontae had been going over to Dana DeKalb's house multiple times a day asking for food. Despite hearing an explanation from the parents, eventually DeKalb said that she had to contact Child Protective Services.
I was trying to help them and protect them. And this is the result.
CPS tried visiting the home. There was no answer, and the next day the family left. Their former next-door neighbor in Westland, Oregon, said the family grew their own vegetables and kept animals. Though the neighbor said he never was concerned about the children's well-being, he told reporters, "Something just doesn't seem right. They were very isolated in the home." And this wasn't even the first time that CPS was brought in to check on the kids. Back in 2010, when the family lived in Minnesota, 6-year-old Abigail Hart told a teacher she had owies from when mom hit me. Sarah Hart told a social worker she had leaned Abigail over the tub and spanked her for misbehaving. She pled guilty to misdemeanor domestic assault and served a year of probation without incident. So, this family moved around a lot, and multiple teachers and neighbors had concerns for the kids. Which brings us back to the crash. Though investigators aren't ruling anything out, some details of the wreck indicate that it may not have been an accident. To drive off the embankment, the vehicle would have had to drive at least 75 feet off the highway. And tracks at the cliff edge show no signs that they tried to brake before going over. The Mendocino County Sheriff said, "I can tell you it was a very confusing scene because there were no skid marks, there were no brake marks. There was no indication of why this vehicle traversed approximately over 75 feet of a dirt pullout and went into the Pacific Ocean. Despite appearances, friends of the Harts say they were wonderful parents and that the crash could not have been intentional."
They put their heart and soul into raising a beautiful family and taking care of this planet and taking care of the animals. They're just some of the most beautiful beings, and I know they're still here with us in spirit.
We've covered stories in the past where neighbors and people surrounding families of violence have seen this happening and have done nothing. Or have done stuff too late. So my hope is that a story like this encourages you that if you see something, do something. You can genuinely be saving the lives of children and family members. This is a horrifying story, but let us know what you guys think in the comments.
And see, that's the end result sometimes. There are times when these devils molest the children. There's times when they are exposed. They're always exposed to their gay relationships. Then there are times when it ends up in fatal. Like this situation with, again, Devontae Hart. And you see how when I was down in the Out Center and I was talking about that, how them pale-faced monkey sodomite demons didn't pay no attention to that. But they're so loving, they claim to be so loving and so accepting and without judgment and all that BS. They don't give a damn about our children. But again, the pale-faced man has made it easy for him to be a pedophile. So within their laws, they created gay couples being able to adopt. And they talk about, oh, it was so hard in the beginning. If whatever, they gonna always give them pedophile, pale-faced devils the ability to raise children and ours and adopt them. And at times they will kill them. And this young brother Devontae is probably still missing because he went over and he went to inquiring about some food because the white bitch wasn't feeding him. So to silence him, he comes up missing. When the SUV is found, he missed him and one other child. Missing. How the hell are you missing from an SUV that flew over a damn cliff? Don't tell me you got out and you walked away, or you, when they found you, you was alive. I don't understand. Could have been, I don't know what happened. But this is a topic that I may have to visit again. Because all throughout Hollywood, you got these devils that have adopted our children, like Madonna. You got this ugly ass Charlize Theron adopted their little brother and put dresses all on him. See, you got these pale-faced Hollywood demons that adopt our children, put them all out there. You had these two gay white boys that adopted some black boys years ago. It was all in the pool with them. Young black boys all on their chest. It's a sickening thing. When y'all put y'all prayers together, pray for the death of the pale-faced race. Yes, ask the Most High to take them out by any means necessary. By their means, the animals getting involved, storms, by them committing suicide, by their cars going off the cliffs with 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 50 car pileups with just them, spontaneous combustion, all type of ways to get rid of this pale face where nobody goes to jail. But pray for the demise and the death of the pale-faced race, because as a whole, that people talk about, well, it's some good pairs, some good white folk. They don't do nothing to stop the rest of the damn devils. Talking about it and all that, well, I don't understand, it's so bad, it's so wicked. They ain't doing nothing to stop their race from being as wicked as they are. They all in cahoots. All of them can't be wicked and play the wicked parts and roles. Some of them got to be kind to play the kind role, play the I like you role. But they're not to be trusted, family. These pale-faced monkeys need to be taken all the way up out of here. Yeah, I want to show you something else before I let you go. Ugly ass Bigfoot Charlize Theron, which ain't nothing but a flip gendered, a big ass man. Charlize Theron is nothing but a big ass man. Let me say it again. Charlize Theron is nothing but a big ass man. A big Hollywood Baphomet switch gendered ass man. And they switch their genders and then they adopt our children. They're transhumanistic creatures. They're artificials, reptilians, demons in flesh. Some of them can shapeshift. Let's check this out. What this big ass Bigfoot man, Charlize Theron, has done to a young indigenous male. Bitch. Look at it, family. That's a boy. But this Bigfoot bitch, punk ass man, big skull ass demon, flat ass, ain't got no ass, ain't got nothing like most of them ugly ass Hollywood bitches that's really, you really think is a woman, ain't nothing but a damn man, because they always give their babies hormone blockers and block the damn process of puberty. We've been walking around among these devils all these years and didn't even know what the problem, what the issue was. You wonder why it's been harder for you to knock out a goddamn white bitch than it is a white boy, because that bitch, that big ass, that white woman ain't got no glass jaw, because the bitch is a man. A lot of them is. Like this bitch here. Ugly, ugly, punk ass man. Look what he did to this little boy though. Look how young the boy was. This bitch had this little boy for a long time. Look at this picture. This was an infant here. Grew up to do what? Look at this. Look at these pictures. Look at that. Dressed little boys now. It's what this bitch doing. You can't tell me that they wanted that. You can't tell me they were born that way, bitch. This is what the pale face do, and I'm telling you, this is the pale face's favorite pastime. They didn't make a gay flag for this shit for no reason. Let me show you this gay flag right quick. Let me show y'all something else, family. Right quick. Share this gay flag with you, and I'm going to explain something you may not know. Damn. The hell? Okay. All right, family. Y'all see this here flag here? Of course, it got the rainbow colors. This is when it was just pale faces. But they added a black and a brown stripe. What you think that's for? I'm going to let y'all put a 1 in the chat. Oh, no, I'm going to let y'all tell me what you think the black and the brown stripe is for on this flag. Go. What's the black and the brown stripe on this flag for? Come on, family. Tell me what the black and the brown stripe is for. If you don't know, say you don't know. You don't know? Just put a D and a K in the chat if you don't know. DK for don't know. What's the black and the brown stripe for on Jose Cruz said children of color? Like Dr. Most black people. I want some more people to answer. Jose Cruz is the only one I see that answered, and his answer was children of color. Let me get at least one more answer. What's the black and the brown stripe for? I don't see nobody saying nothing. What's the black and the brown stripe for, family? If you don't know, just put DK. Blacks and Spanish. Okay, Jose Cruz and Valerie Green, both of you are correct. The black stripe is for so-called black people. Now, this is, you have to understand, this was all these colors. It wasn't no black or brown on there because they know goddamn well our people are not inherently gay. They asses are. Literally. So they added the black and the brown for the so-called black and brown people to bring us in. We were overstand that's deep because we were never there. We never been this way. We never been this damn gay. We don't accept that bullshit. Facts. Now I want you to tell me what the pink, the blue, the pink, and the white stripe is for. These three are together. Those two are together, the black and the brown, and the pink, the blue, the pink, and the white are together, and they mean something different. So what does the pink, the blue, the pink, and this white block square triangle mean? What does this mean, family? Put in the chat what that means, what it stands for. If you don't know, put DK in the chat so I can tell you. Okay, I'm not sure it's good enough. Any more want to try? You ain't got to feel funny or bad or whatever for not knowing, because I know, and I'm going to inform you tonight so you know. Philip Clay, transgenders, I think. Well, let me tell you, Philip Clay, you're dead on. That's exactly what it means. And let me say this, transgenders are not born. They have to go through a process at a certain age for a certain amount of years to be groomed. They got to be groomed basically in the physical sense through drugs and surgeries in order to become a transgender. And in the gay community, the transgender is the God that they worship. That's their true leader. All groups have leaders. And that's the leader of their group at the gate, the GOAT, the baphomet. That's what the transgender colors really stand for, the GOAT. This is why they kept on talking about the Brady guy from the football team was the GOAT. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Floyd Mayweather is the GOAT of boxing and all whatever. You see what I mean? They tied the transgender into all of what they do because a lot of the entertainers that we're looking at are part of this T-Rex movement, and they are flipped gender, transgendered creatures that we've been looking at for years in entertainment, in music, in acting, singing and dancing, acting, actresses and actors. They've been flipped gendered creatures, even on the news media. Politicians, big time politicians that are worldwide, flip gender creatures. The pale faced man lives in a flip gendered world. He's a transhumanist. This is why he can come at this time and jab the human, kill him off, because he's not human his goddamn self. A human with humanity, and hue, H-U-E mean color, they are void of that. So a human with humanity wouldn't go around forcing the humans to get shots to kill them off or to change their DNA into a genetically modified creature that can be controlled by a patent. I don't want to say too much. They get rid of the video. And I want this video up. But let's just say the transhumanist creatures are tied in, of course, with the transgenders who are getting rid of humanity right now. Many of your comments don't make the cut. Oh, I see. So they cutting y'all comments. They moving the damn page, the chat room real slow. Yeah, that's what they do because they have to combat me some kind of way in what I'm saying. They know it's the truth, but a pale-faced bitch is a weak bastard. You know I'm not lying. That's why they don't really challenge me too much, but they'll mess with the video, mess with the chat, mess with the sound, change my voice, play with the music, because he's a bitch. Yeah, I said with authority, he's a faggot. Oh, maybe they might say that's hate speech. Anyway, those of you who are here heard what I'm saying. Period. Know when you see this flag now, family, that these are the transgender colors. And these here colors are there to support the castration of your sons. Or the taking your son and pushing his penis up into his belly and making a so-called vagina out of an inverted penis. Or taking your daughter and putting a plastic rod in her or something so she have a so-called penis. That's what this here represents when it comes to children, because they make transgenders. They are not born. There are no born damn transgender. They are created later on in life. And the pale-faced devil is the one who created hormone blockers or puberty blockers. They made that shit. Drugs. To stop, to fight nature, the natural process of puberty. Think about that. This demon went into a laboratory and created some substances that attack and suppress puberty in a boy and a girl. Then they'll turn around and start slicing you up when you get a certain age. They shave your Adam's apple. See that there? It's all man. See that? See that train track? They shave this down when they're in Hollywood. Yes, they do. They shave it down when they're in Hollywood. Think I'm lying? Let's go to the last video I'm going to show y'all. And I'm going to let you go for real, for real. One more video. And we going for the night. Now, this is Martin Lawrence in his sitcom. Listen to what he says here. This probably wouldn't pass a lot of our heads when we saw it, but check it out.
Get with that, my brother. Oh, this little puzzle one in. Okay, well, handle your business. But remember, okay, you were in Hollywood, right? Check the net. Check that.
You see that? In Hollywood, they know what time it is. But they drop little pieces in comedy shows, comedy skits, real quick to mesmerize you. But it don't really sink into your mind and make you really start looking and doing no research. At least I didn't. I don't even remember that episode. And I watched Mark religiously. But it's made to get past us. But now I see, and I just showed you. You can go to that clip anytime you get ready. Well, Martin, all you got to do is go to YouTube and type in the church search engine, Martin Lawrence, check the neck. And you'll see it. Check the Adam's apple. Because a lot of them people you think that's women in Hollywood, they are not. I've heard some say none of them are. So your Angela Bassett, big arm ass, man. Lady Gaga, man. Jennifer Lopez, man. Halle Berry, little man. Flip gender. Julia Roberts, man. Transgenders. And look at Hollywood now. Most of them are pushing the jab. They pushing the jab. They pushing the jab. They're not human, family. They're not. This is the message for the end times. Right here. Indeed. The state of Connecticut protects lesbian couples that molest black children that stay with them. Wow. Because the pale-faced race is in charge. And they, again, like I said earlier, they have made a world where they can be pedophiles of children and not really get in trouble for it. They even trying now to make it where they get sympathy for being a pedophile. It's a sexual orientation. They're trying to work their way that way. Yeah, the porn industry too, for sure. The pale face is the king of the porn industry. And porn don't mean gay male anyway. Family, I could talk all night on this, but we come to a close. I put the Cash App in the chat. If you feel like some of what I've said is beneficial to you, the information that you don't get anywhere else, throw a brother some. Because when I go to the website and start going live, it's going to be a paid prescription. Paid subscription, I mean. And it is a prescription. It's going to be like medicine. So family, till you see my face again, may the Most High take care of you and yours. Brother man, get you a sister. Sister, get you a brother. Drop the other both of you. Peace.